So, guys, here is the series of Learn the Syllabus with me. We'll start with polity, and in this specific video, we'll do polity as well as governance. So, you all know what is the importance of learning and by hearting the syllabus, because it will help you in writing varied dimensions of mains answers, and also to quickly grasp the content of the question and core of the question, to write the content in that given 7 minutes of time. So let's start learning it. So starting with polity now. So here I have divided this syllabus of polity into 9 sections and learn accordingly. First, Indian Constitution. In Indian Constitution, what do we have is historical underpinnings, evolution, features, amendment, and significant provisions related to it, and basic structure. These are the basic topics which are available in the Lakshmikant book. Here you can add some current affairs related to constitutional amendments and related to features of the constitution. So the first one is this, and the second one is functions and responsibilities of union and states. Here, from mains perspective, we have some issues and challenges in functioning of the federal system of union and states. So that is issues and challenges related to federal structure. And next is the devolution of powers and finances and their challenges in local levels. So here we have studied entirely about the three tier structure of a government. And the third is separation of powers and dispute resolution mechanism and institutions. So here we know that there are specific powers to legislature, executive, and judiciary. What is the difference between these three and the powers of these, and what is the separation of powers, we will know in this, and this is very important topic from mains perspective. And the fourth one is comparison of Indian Constitution with other states, other countries' constitution. For example, USA, UK, Japan, France, etc. We need to compare the core features of Indian Constitution with that of the other. And the next is Parliament, State, Legislature. So how the Parliament and State Legislature structure, functions, and conduct of business, powers and privileges. And among these, what are the issues that are arising out of these systems, that is Parliament and State Legislature. And next comes the executive and judiciary. In executives, we have to know the ministries and departments of government, and in judiciary we also need to know the structure, function and organization, along with some pressure groups, formal, informal associations. And the seventh one is salient features of Representative of People's Act, that is RPA 1950 and 1951. This we have elaborate discussion in Lakshmikant, but in order to write the answers in the mains, we need to go through the recent issues that were in the news. The eighth one is appointment of constitutional posts such as President, Prime Minister, Governor, etc. So the powers, function and responsibility of constitutional bodies. And next is statutory, regulatory and various quasi-judicial bodies. So here we have to learn about NHRC, SHRC, etc. So this is a syllabus of the polity. So we can learn in this manner so that we'll remember the entire syllabus and write good answers. Next is governance. So in governance, here also I have divided into 6 parts. So the first is, so what consists of governance? Governance, government policies and interventions that are related to development in various sections, issues in design and implementation of those policies and intervention. So first one is a basic thing, that is government policies and their interventions. The second is the role of NGOs, SHGs, various groups, association, institutional stakeholders in the development industry. So this is basically their involvement in the development process of the country. And the third one is the welfare schemes for vulnerable sections, that is both center as well as states, and what is their performance, what is the performance of the schemes. So related mechanisms, laws, institutions, bodies, protection and betterment of vulnerable sections. So next is the issues related to development and management of social sectors, that is health, education and human resource. Also issues related to poverty and hunger. These are very important issues in the governance. And fifth one is important aspects of governance: transparency, accountability, e-governance. So these topics will also appear in the ethics paper 4, that is GS4. So you can learn here as well as there. And the e-governance related models, success stories, limitations and what is the potential of e-governance. Also we have CC, that is citizen charter, and institutional and other measures with respect to governance. The sixth one is role of civil services in a democracy. So this is the syllabus of governance, and in this way you can learn in a logical manner, that is first is government policies and what is the role of NGOs, HSGs, various groups in the development of welfare vulnerable sections, what are the schemes available for the vulnerable sections and what are the issues associated with it, and why do we need the governance, e-governance aspect, and the important aspects of governance, that is transparency, accountability, and last but not the least, that is very important in the functioning of a democracy, that is the role of civil services. So this is how you can learn the syllabus of both polity and governance. So we shall see the other subject syllabus in the next video. Until then, see you, take care, and please keep hustling for the prelims examination. Thank you so much. Bye bye.